What does your cat do when you close the door? Do you think he'll curl up and sleep peacefully until you return? Sometimes, yes, but other times that closed door ushers in hours of stress, anxiety, and profound loneliness, a silent suffering that we, in the rush of our lives, don't see. There are mistakes, habits that seem harmless to us, but for our cats, they transform the home from a refuge into a prison. Today, we'll reveal the 3 biggest mistakes we make when we leave our cats alone, and how to transform their solitude into peaceful anticipation. Today on Dossier Cat, we're getting straight to the point. Separation anxiety in cats is a real and underestimated problem. These aren't generic tips, but practical, ethologically based solutions to ensure your cat's well-being even when you're away. Let's get started. The dramatic goodbye mistake. The first mistake occurs in the 5 minutes before you leave. You love your cat, so you feel guilty leaving him. And what do? You begin a long and dramatic farewell ritual. You pick him up, shower him with kisses, and talk to him in a sad and worried voice, thinking you're doing the right thing. From your perspective, it's a loving gesture. From his perspective, it's a warning signal. Cats are masters at reading our body language and tone of voice. When you act anxious and sad, you're not telling him, "I love you." You're telling him, "Something bad is about to happen. There's danger. You should be worried too." You're unwittingly making him anxious before you've even set foot outside. He'll associate your outing with a negative and stressful event. The solution: the boring exit. The best exit is the most boring one possible. In the minutes before you leave, almost ignore the cat. Prepare calmly. When you're at the door, a quick pat, a "see you later" in a normal, cheerful tone of voice, and you're out. That's it. You need to communicate to him that your exit is the most normal and drama-free thing in the world. This teaches him there's nothing to worry about. You go, and then you come back. It's routine, not abandonment. The desert house mistake. The second mistake lasts the entire time you're away. It's the environment you leave him. We often think, he has food, water, and a bed. He's fine. But we forget that a cat isn't a decorative ornament. He's an intelligent predator with a brain that needs stimulation. A home without environmental enrichment is a desert. It's an isolation cell. Boredom, for a cat, isn't just boredom. It's a source of chronic stress that can lead to destructive behaviors, scratching furniture, going to the bathroom in the wrong place, or even full-blown depression. Leaving a cat in an empty house for 8-10 hours is like leaving a child in a white room with only a chair. After a while, he'd go crazy. The solution: the playground house. Before you leave, you need to turn the house into an adventure. Treasure hunt. Hide some of his favorite treats around the house, behind a pillow, on a shelf, inside a cardboard box. This will activate his hunting instinct. Interactive toys. Provide puzzle feeders. Toys that release food only when the cat interacts with them. They keep their minds engaged for hours. Verticality. Make sure they have access to high places from which to observe the world. A multi-level cat tree, a shelf near a window, an accessible closet. Cats feel safe in high places. The TV window. Leave a blind or shutter slightly open. The sight of birds, people, and leaves rustling is the best television for a cat. To give you some ideas, we've created a selection of our favorite cat trees and climbing frames. Find the link in the first comment above. The explosive return mistake. The last mistake mirrors the first. You come home, having missed him so much, and the first thing you do is run to him, pick him up, and shower him with words and cuddles. Again, from your perspective, it's love. But for a cat who might have been sleeping peacefully, this explosive return is an invasion. It's an abrupt interruption of his calm. Many cats in this situation react almost with annoyance. They wriggle, hide, or ignore you. And you think, there, he's mad at me for leaving him alone. No, he's simply overwhelmed by your excessive energy. The solution: the Zen return. Coming home, like leaving, should be a non-event. Enter your house calmly. Put down your bag, take off your shoes, let him approach you to say hello. When he arrives, Crouch down to his level. Offer him your hand and let him smell it. Then, gently caress his chin. Speak to him in a calm, relaxed tone of voice. This way, you communicate that your return is not a chaotic event, but a peaceful and pleasant return to normality. This builds a positive and serene association with your return home. Bonus tip: extended absence. So far, we've talked about daily absences, those lasting 8 to 10 hours while we're at work. But what happens when we have to go away for a weekend or for a few more days? Here we enter different territory, and we need to dispel a dangerous myth. Cats are not completely self-sufficient animals. The biggest mistake you can make is thinking that leaving a mountain of kibble and a giant bowl of water is enough. This isn't just wrong, it's risky. A cat could eat all the food on the first day, spill the water, or develop a sudden health problem with no one to intervene. But the greatest damage isn't physical, it's psychological. After 24 hours, loneliness for a house cat accustomed to our presence can turn into acute stress and anxiety. The solution? A welfare check. If you have to be away for more than a day, the golden rule is to ensure a daily human presence. It doesn't have to be someone who's there 24/7. Simply arrange for a friend, trusted relative, or professional pet sitter to come by at least once a day. This person will not only have to change food and water and clean the litter box. Their most important role will be to dedicate 15-20 minutes of interaction to the cat, a little play, a few strokes, or simply spending time in the same room to make him feel a friendly presence. This welfare check breaks up the monotony, drastically reduces loneliness stress, and ensures that upon your return, you'll find a happy and healthy cat, rather than a stressed and potentially problematic animal. Remember, their safety and emotional balance are worth far more than the convenience of not having to ask for a favor. Boring outings, stimulating homes, and zen returns. As you can see, complicated solutions aren't necessary. Small shifts in perspective make a huge difference in your cat's world. A cat who feels calm and stimulated when you're away isn't a cat who loves you any less. On the contrary, it's a cat who trusts you, because he knows that even when you're away, you've thought of his well-being. Which of these mistakes were you making without realizing it? Do you have other tricks for helping your cat when he's alone? Share your experience in the comments. Let's help each other. Now that you know how to manage your cat's loneliness, want to discover the 5 words your cat understands? Click on the video that now appears on the screen. Thanks for following along. See you next time on Cat Dossier.